Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
Okay, well, I have something very, very special for us this morning. We've all heard about CBD oil, and the biggest question comes that, how much should I take? I don't know who I should give it to or what I should do. Well, we have an unusual organization here this morning, and I'm just going to give you the name first, and then we'll talk about the wonderful people who are the owners and inventors. KRONIC Relief, that's K-R-O-N-I-C, Relief, R-E-L-E-A-F. And I want to welcome the two people, of course, who are here. It's really nice to have a mother and a son, and of course, the grandmother is at home. But I want to just say that Roberto, and the last name, and you'll remember this, Villasana, Roberto is the gentleman that you see here. And of course, the other beautiful person here, the woman, is Christina. And their mom is home in Aventura, and she's really she's the brains of the business, we'll just say that. And she's the one who's been doing this for so long. But I want to start off with you, Roberto. When you came in, here you are, a young man, and you're into the beauty business. How did that all happen?
Yeah, so I mean, it started out just really wanting to provide a really good alternative in CBD technology to combat pain relief and everything like that. There's so many CBD products out there right now in the market that it's hard to find what could be right for you, what might not work, what's best for everybody. There's a lot of products that are doused down with melatonin. Some products are unreliable and this and that. So we wanted to create an honest product that just featured the best pain relief that you can possibly get, which is our Chronic Relief CBD spray. It's a 4-ounce spray.
You can just hold that right up. Why not hold it up? Right where you're there.
So this is our first product that launched us all out. This product also features turmeric root and aloe vera oil.
I love those two things as American. I put turmeric in all my foods. I mean, it is so good for pain and for inflammation. So, yippee!
Yeah. A very
Yes.
powerful combination of 3 really effective antioxidants.
And wait, I'll tell you about aloe vera. I have a pot. I live in a condo, but I have a balcony, and I have a big pot of aloe vera.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've got me. I mean, I believe in what you're doing. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I got so excited about this.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the biggest things that we do different than everybody else is that we're a spray-on. A lot of people have been ingesting CBD through tinctures and stuff like that. This can be sprayed on directly to the source of pain. And the cool thing about that is that actually, when you ingest CBD, it takes anywhere from 4 to 6 hours for you to feel the full effects. When you spray it on directly and it's absorbed through the skin, you can feel those effects within 30 minutes to 2 hours.
So Christina, it's your mother.
Yes.
How did you create this wonderful kid?
Well, everybody knows how that happens.
But I mean, has he always been like this? Usually
yes,
they don't change.
he always has been thinking out of the box. He always is the originator. And he actually came to me and said, we got to do CBD. And I was just like, okay, with all of the pros and cons of the THC and CBD effects. And then we went to my mother, which is his grandmother, so we collaborated with 3 generations, and she thought we were crazy, but her being in the market, she actually saw this happening a couple of years ago, but she just couldn't believe it, and here we are, and now she's the front runner helping us develop all these products, and we got with a chemist, amazing, and we all put our heads together, and he's the front runner. He came up with this spray, especially him being an athlete, and we've been on the field, and we were always doing all these meds, but I didn't want to do the meds. I wanted more natural because they had to play. So we did the Arnica, the gels, and then this is how he came up with this product, which is the Chronic Relief CBD topical spray. And it's for this particular product is for the athletes and anybody, any age. And he just kept working on it, perfecting it. He came up with the ingredients because over the years, I didn't want him on meds. So I'm always like, okay, let's try aloe mixed with hot tea, turmeric.
I'm a very hypersensitive person, so like sometimes things will just like trick me off. My allergies, especially, I'm very sensitive to certain things. So if I would use a certain medication or certain gel that wasn't really fit with me, I guess, I wouldn't really have the best reaction. So keeping it as natural as possible, and in the best combination of just CBD, turmeric, and aloe. Those three things are very powerful, just with dealing with pain and everything like that. And actually, just a fun fact for you: CBD is actually 20 times stronger than aspirin at healing pain. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
And it's actually 2 times better than hydrocortisone at dealing with inflammation.
Well, I told you, I think, when you first came in, that I've been using the CBD in a few forms. I have soap.
Yeah.
And I wash my face with it.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is I have a dog. Everyone knows Charlie.
Yeah.
And he's had some spine problems, and he gets a couple of drops of CBD oil, if made for pets, on a little cookie every night.
Yeah.
And so, I believe in what you're doing, but you're doing it in a different way, and I'm so thrilled, and I want everyone to know we've been talking about our Boomer Expo coming up on Tuesday, January the 22nd, and we have convinced the Chronic Relief will be there. The Castellanos will be there, all 3 of the family members, the 3 generations.
Yeah.
So we want you to come to be able to talk to them. And I'm sure you'll have some little samples. You'll have something that you'll be showing people.
Yes, absolutely. And we're actually going to be unveiling two brand new products that are going to spearhead us into this year, into this great 2019.
I know what it is, but I won't tell.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, if you're going to be in the area and come to the Baby Boomer show, we'll definitely be able to show you, check out, everything that we're putting out for this year. It's really exciting, just with the new ingredients and the new products that we brought on. They're really something special.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here talking about this. And one thing I want to make sure, Chronic Relief is spelled a little differently because it's a different product. So so it was only appropriate that they did something different. It's KRONIC, and Relief is, they're using leaves because they like things that are natural. So it's RELEAF. It's a very clever name. But really, and so I want everyone to know if your website is chronicrelief.com.
.com, that's it.
Okay, and hopefully you'll spell it right, KRONICRELEAF. But nevertheless, let's talk now about. Why don't you take that spray and spray a little bit on your. Show how that works.
So this is a spray on. It can be basically sprayed anywhere. If you have any elbow pain, let's say. It's a clear mist, really nothing unpleasant, nothing sticky. Once you rub it in, it's pretty much gone. There's no residue on your hands that's super, uncomfortable, or you're going to mess up your phone if you touch it or whatever. But, so that's there. It doesn't have an unpleasant smell. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I understand that. And is it, we haven't had smell-o-vision yet. Smell-o-radio, but and so your hand's not sticky from putting that on, so you could literally. And how many times a day could you put that on?
It depends really. Some people, it kind of depends on the person and the pain. We've had people put it on once, and one spray, they're fine. The next day they tell me, wow, okay, we're good. We've had people, if you sprain your ankle, that's a more consistent injury. So there's people that will spray that on maybe 3 or 4 times every 2 hours or something like that, or not even, maybe every 6 hours, depending on how well it does for them. But yeah, everybody's different.
Roberto, a lot of people have carpal tunnel, and that may not change the carpal tunnel, but if it will give them some relief for the pain. That's everybody. It seems like there's always some sort of pain. You're sitting the wrong way. You're with the computer.
Yeah.
So spraying that on, and then just knowing, well, it'll give you some relief. And it's if it has CBD oil, and as you said, there are a lot of other good things that happen. I've been doing a lot of research on CBD, so I do understand a lot of it. And the cannabinoids, and it just goes where it needs to go for inflammation, right?
Exactly. There's so many. The truth about CBT is it's so versatile in its so many uses. There's so many applications that it will help with without you even intending for it to. And with the pain relief especially, it's just it's big on that.
I've been I personally haven't been knowing people who've been dealing with the NFL players. The one big problem that has happened is they would like, of course, to get into some of the medical marijuana, but they can't because they don't want them to do it. So the best thing they can do is the CBD oil, and that has helped tremendously.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a big I think a bridge that maybe needs to be gapped within the next couple of years, just in terms of research and stuff like that, with in pertention to athletes and cannabis. Cannabis is, there's a lot of athletes that are using that alternative because they don't want to, get on opioids or anything like that. They don't want to be hooked onto something that, can have much more detrimental effects down the line. So cannabis has been really big in the sports world just recently because a lot of people are trying to look for the alternative. Athletes that want to compete at the highest level and, not do anything harmful to their body. That's a big thing for them. So yeah.
Yeah. So the one thing that Christina and your mother, of course, your mother being the founder, I have to give her a little credit.
Yeah,
Madeline.
Without her, I wouldn't be here. So.
Oh, Madeline, and her name is Giardello. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes,
Madeline
Giardello.
Marilyn, I know you're listening. You're there in Aventura. I hope you're listening. I hope you're up listening.
Yeah.
It says the natural. Let's see. It's the natural. What's the word? Something to beauty and wellness?
The natural answer to health.
Oh,
and
the
beauty
natural
and wellness.
answer. Sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't read that. The natural answer to health, beauty, and wellness. See, it's fine, I think, for Roberto to talk about all the sports and all, but it does take a beautiful woman like yourself, I think, to explain all about the beauty products. And I know you don't want to give away what you're doing yet.
Right.
But it's a natural for you to now get into beauty products because I think people will feel more comfortable putting something on their, they don't have to know how many drops, they don't have to know is it good.
Absolutely.
And so you are formulating all sorts of products in the beauty world. Now I'm only hoping that you get a good run for it before L'Oreal and all these others start doing it.
Yeah. It'll start, trickling down and everybody will have it eventually. But again, it's just, it's a calming effect. It's a way of feeling good, and we all want to feel good. And it's true, you don't have to worry about drops. If you have to, people are, the biggest question is when we do some of these shows, they address it to Roberto is, how do I know how much to take? I'm afraid.
Exactly.
And I said, well, our products are different. We have a chemist, they formulate it accordingly and package it up. And we're going a different alternative, so
yeah.
It's really hard to overdo it with this spray. Almost impossible. You can't really do anything detrimental to yourself with CBD just because there's no psychoactive ingredient that's going to trigger anything in your brain. You shouldn't really feel any way after taking CBD. There is a lot of CBD out there that has melatonin in it, as I've explained before. And it passes off as that chill feeling, but really it's not the CBD. It's just it's that. But to some consumers they don't know that. So we're just trying to get the word out. Saying like, hey, listen, we're the best alternative, but we don't want to sound like we're being like cocky about it. So we're really excited about this. The like I said before, the time for the effects to be felt are all different. We did a show in Fort Myers. It was a boat show. We had a lady who had rheumatoid arthritis in her feet. She wasn't feeling good because she was at a huge boat show. She had to walk around and she's having this huge pain in her feet. She came over because she saw the sign that said CBD and this and that. So we explained everything that happened to the product. We were spraying samples on people so they could walk around the show. And they had to pass us on the way out, so if they liked the product, they would come back and buy it. We had a few of those, but we sprayed it on her. Within 5 minutes, we turned back to deal with the rest of the customers. Within 5 minutes, she came back and wanted to buy some because she just instantly felt.
So everybody's different.
Felt better. So that's
and the only thing that I know people are going to ask you where you're getting your research from, and there are now products that are coming in from China.
Yeah.
And that's not very good, in my opinion, because they're not able to control it. So
Yeah.
why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we coming into this 2019, we have a lot prepared, including the reveal of our chemist through our social media platforms and stuff like that. He's a very renowned chemist. His name is David Pollock right now. David Pollock. He's been doing all the research for us. He's been formulating us material safety data sheets, getting everything tested, making sure everything is 100% ready to go and legitimate. So that speaks to the credibility of like behind our formulations and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's really important because people want to make sure that you know,
and
you do too.
We're not dealing with anything.
Yeah, because I think the history, though, maybe we ought to give the history a little bit of your mother and what she's been doing. This isn't something she just, was a chef and she decided to go into this. Why don't you talk about a little bit about it?
She is a product of her of her profession, and she's been in the cosmetic and beauty line for over. We're saying 40 years.
So when you were growing up, in other words, this is what your mother did.
Yep, she did a lot with the home shopping channel. She developed a lot of products. She had her own product. I don't know, back in the day, if you remember the wrinkle remover cream, you put it here and your wrinkles went away. So she started with all of that. She came out with a sealed lips that sealed your lipsticks. She also came out with an amazing eye makeup remover. So also, I don't know if you've heard of Brush It Away. It's where it takes the gray. You just like a mascara wand.
Oh, so yes. I know about that.
She's been, networking with quite a few of the companies. So she's been in the business. I grew up in it, then went to college and took a whole nother route. And it's amazing how he's here doing this. And we just all sat down and collaborated, and here we are.
It made sense to do that. Yeah, it made sense.
And it's a company that we need right now because everybody wants to be healthy. And everybody's afraid of the meds, and I've tried not to keep my children on meds. They're both athletes. They have to get back on the field. They need a quick fix. And I wasn't going to pop a pill and then all of a sudden they're out there not doing the performance that they're supposed to. So we are a product of what we've been doing. So it's been years of like, we have to do this, being natural. There's no medicine in our house. Maybe a few, yes, you have to go to the doctor for some things, but I do the alternatives, more of the homeopathic. The hot tea and honey and lemon, or,
So talk to me about the turmeric and the aloe vera. That's really important. Do you want to talk about that, Roberto?
Yeah, so those are big parts of our formulas. Turmeric is a spice that's been used for over 5,000 years. It's just everybody is going. It's weird because it's been around for so long, but it seems like everybody's just discovering it. It is.
And excuse me, I know someone with rheumatoid arthritis who takes turmeric capsules and has changed the way that it's working on him.
Yeah.
I'm one of them as well. It's amazing. The anti-inflammatories, or even the tea. You can make turmeric tea. It's just
you make turmeric tea too.
Yeah.
So you decided to use that as your base, one of your bases.
Yeah, and that allows the product to tackle certain things that I don't think would have been possible without it. Like I said, the versatility of this product alone has been surprising because the testimonials we've been getting back have actually been surprising us. There's been people that have been using it for shin splints. There's been people that have been using it for tendonitis in their hips. There's been people that have been using it for all sorts of anti-inflammatory scenarios where they definitely need to draw back what's going on. I used to jog on concrete a lot, just to keep up in shape and stuff. When you do that, you kind of aggravate your knees. So this product is perfect for that too. You don't want anything going wrong with your knees. Very painful. And
so you're, as a young man, it's a wonderful thing to have you involved, even though the beauty, and you are very attractive, so beauty's important for men too.
Thank
however,
you.
However, it's usually the women who are wanting, and I like the fact that you're being able to cross-match this. You're doing it for sports, but you're also understanding that the products that your family, or that you're all coming up with, are quite, and I use the word delicious. They're going to be quite delicious, and
they are delicious.
Can't wait, for you to come to see Chronic Relief there at the expo. So that's where you're going to unveil all these things.
Yeah.
And it's not just it's other natural products out there too. From we'll give you a little hint. Maybe for the new products, what can we give them a word?
Well, can you take a bath with any of the things that you have?
One of them.
Okay, so something while you're wet in the shower, maybe.
Amazing, refreshing.
I can give a pretty good hint. One of the materials that's going to be in our newest product was actually crystallized over 250 million years ago by lava, and that in a certain mountain range, and that crystallized the substance and made it it covered it from any of the modern day pollutants or free radicals in the atmosphere. So it's essentially one of the purest ingredients or substances that you can find right now on the planet.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I know what you're producing. So I do attest to what you've said. It's usually quite expensive to buy.
Yeah,
by itself.
Usually, yeah. We're trying to bridge that gap of making our CBD very accessible to everybody, because we believe that everybody should have access to
and
this.
affordable too.
Yeah,
Ours
exactly.
Affordable.
And there's certain products, that go up to almost $169 for. I've seen $169.
Yeah, I know. I have also.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me where people will be able to buy this. Let's say that they'll be able to call you, and I want to give that phone number out and all that, but let me do that right now. So if any of you want to know more about this, you want to call Roberto. His number is 786-230-9539. Remember, this is Pencil Talk Radio. Get your pencils out. Roberto, 786-230-9539. And ask him, about the things we're talking about. We hope you'll come to the expo to be able to meet them, but he has a whole brochure about what it can do, and they so as I said, and I'll just say this: a lot of people are getting into CBD oil, and some of them have been financial planners and real estate people.
Yeah.
Everybody is appreciating it, but I like the fact that you are doing it as something that's more cosmetic in its way. I guess I'll put it that way. And that you have been in this business, your mother especially, and you, for a long, long time.
Right.
See, that puts a lot of credibility into this, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and your health is, health is wealth. We're tops on topical. We're going a whole nother route. Like we said, we're not doing the ingestibles, and he's just coming up with all the amazing ideas. We're all collaborating together, and we're going to bring you great products and affordable.
Okay, so let's talk about pets. I'm very, Charlie's sitting here. I'm very big into pets.
He's right under
so,
you.
Yeah, so tell me, are we able to put any of that on that oil that you have? Can I put that on my doggy?
I definitely wouldn't rule it out. I would definitely say that it's safe enough to put on, on a dog or anything like that. We actually have to get our dog groomed. Like I was telling you before, we're getting him groomed, so he has shorter hair, so we can get it onto his skin.
So you would do this on your dog?
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as there's no open wounds.
Yeah. As long as there's no open wounds.
No open wounds.
Yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah.
So if he has no open wounds on his back, and I want to just spray a little bit on there, and then
massage it in,
and massage it in.
Yeah,
actually,
the biggest thing would just be rubbing it in, just to make sure it makes contact with the skin, because that's how it gets absorbed into the body. So that would be it. And then the other thing with topical too is, and especially with dogs or people, is just that topical gets absorbed much quicker than pretty much anything else, just because it's the skin, and the skin is alive. You know what I mean?
Right.
The skin, you know what I mean? Especially with aloe vera oil, which is very good for the skin. That really helps, get it in there. Right,
and it'll go directly without, because a lot of people are very hesitant about putting something in their mouth.
Yes.
Whether
that's
it's
why we
capsules or whether it's the liquid and all.
Yeah.
And even though we know that CBD oil, it is really not harmful if you get it from the right location. That's the other thing I have to tell you.
Our CBD is American grown. We're actually from Oregon. So it's American grown hemp, cultivated, everything like that. So it's all made in the USA.
Right. That's where the one stuff I do have is from Oregon. It's all right.
They're very good over there.
Yeah, and exactly. And it's you have to be careful about this, but this is the thing. It started out with a big bang,
Yeah.
And now, people are starting to say, okay, maybe I'm going to think about it, just like your mother.
Yeah, and here she is full force. And she's actually tried the 2 new products, and she is just like, is so excited. She can't wait. And you'll see her at the show. She's amazing.
I can't wait, right?
Yeah, God bless her. She's 76, but
Did she look like you?
Everyone says that. Everyone's like, well, I don't see it. You never see it.
Well, you have a beautiful complexion, so I'm sure you've been using a lot of it.
Wait till you see her.
So she's been using her own product, right?
She is her own product. She tries everything, and I think that's why her skin is so good. Right. And she knows what's good and not, and we're very blessed. She's been helping us put it all together, and here we are.
And you said you spoke about another son. Where's your other son?
Gia.
He's home with his dad right now. He's 16.
He's enjoying his
and he
day
uses
out.
this every day.
Oh,
he's
really?
He's a lacrosse player.
Yeah.
Just like you're a lacrosse player. That's what you said. You used to have pain in your arm.
Yes, I played lacrosse up until college. I went that far with it, and now my little brother is playing lacrosse in high school, and he's also taking this because he just takes a beating, whether it's through conditioning or actually playing. So he's been using it, periodically.
He's a good product. He's a good testimony.
Yeah, right.
And then also with the other product, which we cannot
talk
we
about
don't want to disclose yet.
We almost have out of time.
We put that on, and it's great. And even my mother, she has a lot of her hips, and she just feels amazing with this new product that we just came out.
Good.
It's all about wellness.
Yeah, it is.
And beauty.
And we have a couple of people watching you. We had Tina Bugliese. You know her?
No.
Oh, anyway.
Hi, Tina.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to say goodbye. We'll see you over there at the Boomer Expo on Tuesday, the 22nd of this month. And go look for them. Chronic Relief. And the phone number, again, if you want information, is 786-230-9539. Thanks. We appreciate your being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.